On Friday night, we saw MARTY Supreme, directed by Josh Safdie and starring Timothée Chalamet. Let's go. And we are joined by Whiskers the cat. Whiskers, say hello.
Nope, show her ass to the camera.
That's actually a really
That's
good
classic.
bit. So let's start from the beginning with this movie. This movie, I think, was officially announced in 2023, but I believe it was on my radar in 2021, 2022, just because I love Timothée Chalamet. We'll get into that later. He's my guy. And I'm not one of those new age Chalamet dorks. He's my guy from the start. Not from the start, I'll say 2019.
I get a test. Early Chalamet.
Yeah, I've loved this guy forever. I've loved this guy since people were calling him gay. Everyone was calling him gay.
That's true.
And I was like, no, he's cool. Exactly. Yeah. We'll get into that later. So yeah, I've been excited for this movie forever. When did you first hear this movie?
Probably heard of this movie 8 months ago when you started
right.
talking about it.
Yeah, I feel like that's how most of these movies go.
You probably found out about it over a year ago, started talking about it 8 months ago, and I was like, oh, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, and it's awesome.
It is awesome.
And they've been really marketing the shit out of this since, I guess, August is when it started up. The first trailer came out.
The trailers were awesome.
And the trailers were so good. That first trailer, it was the kind of thing where I saw it on Twitter at work, and like my stomach immediately dropped, and I had to run to the bathroom and watch it like twice and really just collect myself.
AirPods?
Over the head headphones.
Wow.
No, don't say it like that. They look dumb. They look retarded.
Okay.
There's like paint all
Comfortable?
over them. There's like ink all over them. They are pretty comfortable, but they get warm and my ears get hot.
Is that what's the switch there? Was it like a you won't want to wreck your AirPods at work thing? Was it like a
The switch was I lost my AirPods, bought a pair from Home Depot, dropped one of them in the toilet, one of those earbuds,
yes.
and then went to Home Depot on break and they only had over the head headphones.
Decent?
They're not bad. I mean, I've had them for a couple months.
What brand are they?
Soundmate?
I've never heard
I don't know. This is for a different podcast. We're gonna take care of that on a different episode. So like I said, this was directed by Josh Safdie. One half of the Safdie brothers, other one made The Smashing Machine. The first Safdie brothers movie I saw was Good Time, and I love Good Time. I got Good Time fever. I saw that for the first time, I think, in 2020. I think it's one of my favorite movies ever. It's just a perfect start to finish, wild ride. You're just waiting for the next terrible thing to go wrong. And it's just a classic Safdie style movie. Great Robert Pattinson performance.
Good Time. Good Time also was awesome. These guys make awesome movies.
Yeah. But
that's what we're thinking.
I didn't love Uncut Gems, even though I saw the style. Did you see Uncut Gems?
No. Never seen Uncut Gems.
You should check out Uncut Gems. People love Uncut Gems. I don't. I'm not that high on it. The Safdie style, it's as present as all hell in that one. Like, it's wild from start to finish. Just things are going wrong the whole time. Highlighted by a good lead performance. You got guys in the cast, like non-actors in the cast. But I don't know. I just don't love it. Maybe I have to check it out again. But they split up. These fellas split up earlier this year.
Yes, they did.
Well,
to touch on Good Time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good Time. If you need a movie that you don't want to like before you go in, and it'll get your attention from the start, and then keep it the whole time. Try Good Time.
Was that you? You didn't want to like it? Did you not want to like it?
I didn't know want to like it. I just didn't know really anything about it. And then I was like, yeah, I'll go see Good Time.
Yeah.
And I watched Good Time, and it was good.
That was like, there you go. Yeah, it's a great time, I actually like to say. It was right at the time where the Safdies might be like cool guy makers, where that was like that was before Batman. For Robert Pattinson, it was in between Twilight and Batman, and it was like, I didn't see it when it came out, but if I did, I'd be like, all right, this Robert Pattinson guy is so freaking cool. And awesome.
He's cool in that one. He's pretty
like
awesome.
that, and that was like, that's pretty much the turn for his career. Ever since then, he's been a badass. And then, like I said, The Smashing Machine was Benny Safdie, Josh's, I think, kid brother, and his directional debut on his own earlier this year. It came out in October, starring The Rock. I'm wearing the shirt. I figured I should, but I didn't love that one. This is not a Smashing Machine episode, but I just don't love that one. And that was like a Benny Safdie production. Like, he broke off on his own, and Josh Safdie got like the co-writer. He got the editor was the co-writer. He got the composer, the producers, like the whole Safdie team stayed, and Benny broke off on his own. The Smashing Machine is like a calm, like boring movie. I almost say boring. It's fine.
I was juiced up for The Smashing
Yeah,
Machine.
you take it away. We saw that together.
I was amped up for The Smashing Machine. Probably more excited for that one than any other of the movies this year, including MARTY Supreme.
Right.
I thought it was going to be awesome. I thought The Rock was going to put on a performance. But it turns out it was just a well-made movie. And when you're saying that, it kind of stinks.
Exactly. Well-made movie is like translation for boring, I feel like. Like, that's what you say when you like the movie, but, like, at the end, you just didn't really enjoy it that much.
It was well done.
Yeah, like,
artistically, it was great.
Kudos to Benny Safdie. He did a really good
being
job.
awesome-wise, it was not. I don't even know if it was necessarily all his fault. Well, I guess it is for picking the story and running with it.
Yeah, he picked a
But
boring
the story itself was kind of boring. And you were almost rooting for the bad stuff to happen because there was nothing exciting happening that was good.
Yeah.
You couldn't get behind it.
Yeah, again, this is not a Smash Machine episode, but both of us came out let down from the Smash Machine. And it just didn't have that Safdie punch that this one had. But this movie did. This had that Safdie punch. And we saw this movie in New York City, in the Windy City, folks. We traveled all the way there. I wrote Bubba on the notepad because I wanted to really shove it in Bubba's face one last time. My dumb brother, my blockhead brother.
Who had a ticket.
We bought him a ticket. He said to buy him a ticket. And then he didn't. I didn't want to give him the airtime, but I just want you to know you are wrong. And you know it by now. But yeah, we went to New York, and the trip down was smooth. I feel like people probably doubted it, but it was a smooth trip.
We cruised down, and a lot of people doubted the trip.
I think everyone
was multiple people doubted.
Yeah, everyone was doubting it, but I mean, drove to Stanford, took the train in, and people say that New York is this dangerous, scary place, but I think that's just crazy people. Shout out to my parents, not to call them crazy. Thought the window was open, but yeah, I mean, it's a city with like 10 million people. It's not like half of them are getting murdered every day. It's not like crime is just running amok. Things happen, I'm sure.
You gotta go explore the world.
Yeah.
Explore yourself. Go see for yourself.
Yeah, from two guys who spent 10 hours in New York City, 5 of them in movie theaters.
5 just aimlessly walking around the city.
Yeah, it's a really, really safe and beautiful place, folks. I guess not beautiful. It is what it is. It's kind of gross, but whatever. It was a good trip.
At night, it was beautiful.
It was. Yeah, we went to Is This Thing On before. We'll do an Is This Thing On one later in the week, but that movie is great. Give me 10 or less words. It doesn't have to be exactly, don't count it out. 10-ish words on Is This Thing On.
You should see this movie. It's really heartwarming.
I like that a lot. That was efficient. You got a couple to next time it's 13 words because I think you got a couple to bring home. Same goes for me, double. And then we got breakfast sandwiches before. We got breakfast sandwiches at this gross looking place with a cat on the counter. And I was saying when I saw it, I was like, this place is going to be good. Not when I saw the cat. I saw the cat after, but I said, this place is going to be good, and it was damn good.
It was all dirty in there. There was a mop bucket out. A cat was walking on the counter where they made your food. It was delicious. Absolutely scrumptious.
I'm gonna try to plug in the picture of the sandwich right here, folks. I'll look like a fool if not. But it was a delicious sandwich, really. It was. What do we got here? The popcorn at the Angelica Film Center was bad. It was bad popcorn.
You didn't say that while we were there, to me.
I guess I didn't mention the popcorn being bad at both establishments. Well,
really?
That's a tease.
Wow.
Not only was the popcorn bad, but the lady at the cafe counter was rude. If you're at the Angelica Film Center, you'll know who the rude one is because she was very rude. And she was lazy as well. I just wanted to shout that out. Yeah, the popcorn is bad at the Angelica Film Center. Then after that movie, we basically didn't really do much. I mean, I wanted to do the whole New York report, but we didn't. We went to the dog park after Is This Thing On, right?
The dog park was a highlight of the trip.
It was the third pillar of the trip, I think. I think if you're telling the story, I think it's the 2 movies, but also the dog park.
We approached a park. There were dogs. Zach did think it was a show for about the first 5
There were cameras.
Zach did think it was a show for about the first 5
No, I thought it was like a news
minutes
broadcast, like
the park or something.
Not like Channel 25, but like a local CBS broadcast. Like, look at these, like a dog show at the.
In a way, you were right because we watched it for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, we enjoyed a show. We made it a show, I guess, because there was a lot of politics. There was a lot of high school cafeteria drama. There was human versus animal power shifting dynamics. There was theft.
Maybe we'll do a video of it.
There was heartbreak. There was a lot going on here, and it was a highlight of the trip. I could definitely see. I feel like I'd feel like a loser if I lived in New York City and was just hanging out there, like, hey, let me go into the dog park if I didn't have one. But he blocking the logo. Yeah, that's good. That's a good call. We do not do business with that company. But yeah, that was a good. It was a good way to kill like 20 to 30 minutes. And the meal we got was good. What was that place called?
The Grey Dog.
The Grey Dog was a good meal, folks.
It was
Zach and Austin saying
it started pouring right before dinner, and then we found
he ditched his umbrella earlier in the day.
I ditched my umbrella.
I almost did too.
To be fair, I had been told I could ditch this umbrella previously by the previous owner of this.
No, that wasn't the problem.
In a pinch.
The
problem was that it started pouring again.
Good thing I get that wet.
No, I had a nice jacket.
Yeah,
I brought my nicest jacket.
It was his nicest one. I wouldn't go nice.
It was not a waterproof jacket,
No, it was a nice jacket.
but it was a nice jacket. And then we found a nice cozy restaurant. They had a fireplace.
It was a really nice cozy restaurant. We sat by the front, by the window, and the fire pit, and in the fireplace. It was nice. It was a romantic evening, a romantic dinner for two, some would say.
We should try to get some kind of sponsorship with Grey Dog.
Yeah, we should. This is not an advertisement. This is not a plug. This is free. It is a plug. And then we went to the theater, folks. And then we went to the Regal Union Square for Marty Supreme in 70mm IMAX film. And the theater was buzzing. It felt like a spaceship in there. It was like if you've been to Disney World, you compare it to the Las Vegas Sphere. I'm going to compare it to Disney World, the Star Wars rides. And it's just like where they're building them after this. So it's like you're on a ship. And it felt like you were on a ship. And is that what the Sphere felt like?
It was basically, the Sphere was just like 100 times bigger, but that setup. It just felt like you're on a giant spaceship.
Yeah.
And like,
more of a craft.
you walk into the Sphere and you look up, and you just see like 6 stories of escalators going up and up and up and up to the top of the Sphere.
That's kind of what this was like when you walked in.
It was, exactly.
It was just 3 escalators. So I have sweat stains. Pit stains, that'd be embarrassing. But yeah, it was just 3 escalators right up to the front, right up to the top, and we were at the top, which was very exciting. And it was buzzing up there. It was packed. They were giving out merch. They were giving out swag. They were giving out a tennis ball. The table tennis balls. Will you open them? Should we open them?
You can open one.
I'm very nervous opening up mine.
No, it's not too rip it.
How about that, folks? Isn't that unbelievable? And the posters, as you can see. It was unbelievable. It really was. And the people it was just a jacked theater. There's nothing better than just a buzzing movie theater with everyone had to have bought their tickets at least like a week, or anyone that's sitting in the decent seats over a week, even 2 in advance. And everyone's just been looking forward to this forever. Everyone has Marty fever. Everyone has the Chalamet bug. That's not really a good one. I didn't want to use fever for that one. All the Chalamet heads are there. And the people were pumped. And I was too. And then before the show, I'm going to try to plug in the video here. There's some stuff later on too. I'm going to cut to it within the video. But before the movie starts, it's regular trailer business. Before the movie, they're playing the soundtrack. They got Marty Supreme. Maybe I'll have the picture come up. It says like Marty Supreme, whatever, like Dream Big, Christmas Day, whatever, on the theater. Plays the trailers, the 25 minutes of trailers. This is 7:40 showtime. It brings us to like 8:05. And then the last trailer, it gives you the Regal intro. You've seen the Regal intro enough with like the roller coaster where you're like, all right, it's going to start. But then it gave us the Odyssey trailer. So it was like, okay. And then, so it was like, all right, we're about to start. And then after that, it went back to the orange screen. The Marty Supreme screen. And all throughout the trailers and while the music was playing, and even the two of us were talking, we're like, is he going to be here? Is Marty Supreme himself, Timothée Chalamet, going to be in the building? He was at this theater in September playing the first 30 minutes of it after the New York Film Festival. He was at this exact theater in the one we were in. And people were just the whispers were, is he going to be here?
There was a moment where everyone was certain he was there.
And there was a good a minute maybe where everyone thought he was going to be. Maybe 2 minutes.
The lights came back on.
The lights come on. The orange screen comes on. And then over the loudspeaker, about 10 seconds after that happens, it says, please remain seated for Marty Supreme. Your showing will begin shortly. And everyone, there's like almost like a second or two of silence. And it's like, everyone like looks at whoever they're with. And it's like, oh my God. And you said to me at one point, you're like, yeah, where's he going to come out from? And we were actually right by the entrance. Yeah. So that was the hope in the mind was like, that'd be awesome if he came out there. Like all the ping pong balls come up. But in the front of the theater, there was stairs going down to like some sort of basement or whatever. And after about a minute of silence, or maybe the music came on, but after a minute of silence, you hear, hello, hello. And I thought it was his voice. Did you think it was his voice?
I had no idea.
Yeah, right. I mean,
tell.
it's just like a voice. It's like a man's voice that is not anything.
It's like a terrible movie theater microphone.
A movie theater microphone. And you just hear that.
Like this. Hello.
Yeah, and then
And it was just like, okay.
And it's like, oh my god. And you had actually predicted this exactly. Everyone, the pop, and then out comes Josh Safdie. And that's exciting, folks. Josh Safdie being there is a treat. I would have, if you told me before that Josh Safdie was going to be there, even after, absolutely pumped. But everyone was a little let down. You can't say you weren't 1% let down.
There was the pop, and then there was the...
It wasn't a groan.
It was not a groan.
That would be hilarious. It was
not
a...
It was a... Ooh. It was a... Oh! Ooh! Whoa!
Like that. Because, like... I know who Josh Safdie is. I know what Josh Safdie looks like.
And Austin might have been even more of like a, oh,
yeah, exactly.
Oh!
Because he,
like
introduced
like
himself.
Yeah.
Because, did you know what he looked like before?
Somewhat. I've seen a picture of him.
I think maybe 50% had that much, or 60% had at least seen a picture.
Seen a picture of the two.
Together. Yeah, but if he had walked into the theater like a regular patron and sat down, I feel like he could have. If he timed it up right, there's a chance that no one would have. Yeah.
Ball cap.
Mm-hmm.
Just...
But out comes Josh Safdie, and it was really cool. He introduced the movie. He talked about the importance of the 70mm, how it's his favorite, how it's the one he always goes for. I'm not that kind of nerd where I'm like into that. But if you're getting a movie in 70mm, it's enough of a treat. Can you tell the difference? Can you see any difference?
Sure, if they were side by side, but if you had told me that was normal, I would not have known.
Right, exactly. I feel like I noticed it more at One Battle After Another.
Yes.
And even Jay Kelly, I saw it in 35.
Nothing was more noticeable than VistaVision.
Yeah, exactly.
VistaVision
I guess that's
was
what
awesome.
It was VistaVision. Yeah. But yeah, this one wasn't, I mean, it wasn't anything crazy, but it was still high quality stuff.
We saw One Battle of VistaVision.
Yeah, One Battle
yes,
of VistaVision.
That was awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, and Josh Safdie was great. And then it ended up being not even a quasi Q&A. He did like 4 questions. And the first one was the only real interesting one. The first person raises their hand. He says, oh yeah, I guess I'll take a question. And they say, what was it like working on a movie without your brother? And he goes, oh wow, we're going right for that or whatever. And I actually took a video of the answer in some way. I got like 15 seconds of it. And he says,
I had the pleasure of watching his movie. I hope you guys all saw that. And learning about him and how he expresses himself, which I didn't have the pleasure to do when I made Uncut Gems with him. But, what's up, man? Question 2?
He said just that, folks. I'm going to add it in there and then afterwards, but he said just that. I didn't get his entire answer, but I found it interesting what he said. I'm kind of on the edge of my seat there. But I found it interesting the way he said that he got to see Benny's vision in the Smashing Machine, and it was nice to see that, and it's not something that he got to do on Uncut Gems. He didn't say on his prior movies, he didn't say on the prior projects with Benny, but he said on Uncut Gems in particular, which I found interesting.
It was interesting that he pointed out on
that he said it's the most recent one. You could say that, but even like the tone, like he's like Uncut Gems. Can you grab your phone? Could you just make sure that they co-directed all of them? I'm not, because this is definitely middle school girl drama from me. My brother was saying he's like, stop trying to run with this narrative that there's beef there. But I find the whole thing interesting. Just the fact that they split up, it's not like they have to put out a statement and say like, oh, we still love each other so much, even though we're not making movies together.
Which movies are you looking for? They did
Good
Gems, Good Time, Heaven Knows What.
Go to the Safdie Brothers Wikipedia. Okay. This is our number one source, folks. We use Wikipedia. We use the good stuff. But throughout the process of these movies, they have not been present with promoting each other's at all, or at any of the red carpets at all. I think Josh was at exactly one of Benny's. And 1 second. And when Benny won the Golden Lion at Venice, or maybe the Silver Lion, or the Best Director, he thanked his parents. He didn't thank Josh. That's super interesting. He corrected that. And he's been very cordial. But I feel like, and this is essentially just me being a middle school girl, I think, at this point, but I find the whole thing interesting. And Benny has not said one word about Marty Supreme, which I find interesting. Now we're going to go to Austin for the facts.
Together, they have done one movie not together before. Josh did The Pleasure of Being Robbed in 2008. I'm not sure. I've never heard of that one.
Okay, but they directed it. Just click on Good Time real quick. Oh my god, yeah. Click on Good Time. Yeah, they co-directed them all. I find it interesting that he isolated.
They co-directed them all. Interestingly enough,
It's super. I just do think it's interesting. Do you find it interesting? Sound off in the comments. It's not like they hate each other and they're not. They're just like they. I don't know. It's not like they're gonna kill each other. But I just find it interesting.
There's a reason that he didn't invite his brother to work on Marty Supreme. That's.
I'm sure that he just didn't want to. They were making movies at the same time.
Yeah.
But
they'd worked on everyone before together though, and then
no, they broke. Brothers
up.
do break off.
Okay.
They don't have to break up, but brother teams break off. Like the Coens just broke off, and that's kind of thing when they both made stinkers. But I mean, Josh is the clear winner here. If you're doing a Safdie versus Safdie, if we're just going to really bring the claws out and just go full drama, I mean, it's Josh in a first round knockout with their first two movies. Yeah, no. It's not even close.
Josh, on the nose, he dreamt big, and then Josh dreamt big.
Exactly.
And then he did not. And that's
what his message was of the Q&A. He said dream big. But now he dreamt big. And he made Marty Supreme. That's what we get into now. And it was awesome. It was so awesome. It's right from the start. Like I said, the Safdies, the movies are start to finish. They're rides. They're wild rides. And that's what this was. Right from the very bat. It's off to the races. And it doesn't stop. I don't want to give too much away. But it really is just from the very first scene until the credits roll, you're just completely enthralled. You're so invested. And it's not just Chalamet. I think that the whole supporting cast is great. Like Odessa Azion, I think I have her name right. Tyler, the Creator, is great.
Tyler, the Creator is very good.
Kevin O'Leary is great. Mr. Wonderful. Gwyneth Paltrow is really good.
Kevin O'Leary played a bigger role than I would have thought.
Could you grab your phone again? Sorry.
What do you need now?
Go to the cast for Marty Supreme. I don't want to butcher last names. But yeah, the whole cast is great. And like they've done before, like they did with Mike Francesa and KG in the last movie, they find these non-actors to play these roles, like Tyler, the Creator. He doesn't play a musician at all.
Odessa Azion was very good.
To see something really quick. Oh my God, I didn't even make the picture. The hell is he? My guy Luke Manley is very great as well. He plays the guy who designs the ball. We're going to get him on the show later on this week. That's a tease, folks. But he's another non-actor. You know who I'm talking about. Yes, the big guy. Yes. He's just another non-actor and...
Barstool Idol.
I almost don't want to... I want to separate him from that. He's a Barstool Idol contestant. And he's great.
It's in his body of work. Yeah,
it's in his blood. It's in the filmography. But yeah, just like the three non-actors, like Mr. Wonderful as well. Like the whole. Is there anyone I'm missing? I don't think so. I think we hit it all. Gwyneth Paltrow's getting a lot of buzz. I mean, she doesn't have a lot to do.
The husband of Odessa Azion is.
He's a good asshole.
He's a good guy. You hate the guy because he's good at that. He's a good heel.
He's just he plays a great heel. Like I said, they got the composer in the divorce, Josh, and the score is great. The soundtrack is great. They work so well together. I feel like the songs almost at times sound like they're parts of the score. And it like blends in together very well. And it's actually edited by Josh Safdie, and I think his name's Ronald Bronstein, the co-writer. That's pretty incredible. He directed, he produced, he co-wrote, he co-edited. That's as good as a performance you'll see all year.
Yeah.
That's Paul Thomas Anderson did that for One Battle After Another, and you got to give him his props. Josh Safdie might be a god. I mean, yeah, you just care so much about ping pong in this movie. You really do.
So much about ping
It's incredible. It's like you're just so bought in. You will love Marty so much. What's he doing? Just hanging out in the bed? Yeah, I guess that's what he's doing. Whiskers has moved to the cushioned bed as opposed to the, what's that, the crinkle bread?
Yeah, the crinkle bed.
Yeah. We'll keep you guys
making biscuits.
Yeah, we'll let you guys know what's happening as that story develops. But you do. These ping pong scenes are just so captivating. They're so goddamn exciting. These sports movies, the most important part is the part where they're actually playing the sport. Like the fight scenes in Rocky are great. The fight scenes in Creed 1 and 2 are really good. The fight scenes in Creed 3 suck. I feel like baseball movies, a lot of the time it's like awkward. Football movies are awkward. And this movie could have been awkward, but it just looks so smooth.
Honestly, I just hadn't even thought about the Oscar thing, but what were we saying?
Put a pin in it. Remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, these ping pong scenes,
What I will say is Marty Supreme looked like a professional ping pong player.
There you go.
While he was playing.
Yeah. I think I might tease that idea here as I make this point. But Chalamet liked to say so much how much he practiced ping pong, but he would also compliment the effects are so good as well. Is that what you're gonna say? Later on. All right. The visual effects are so great. Like, it looks like it's real ping pong is being played, and he's just so smooth. Like, he looks like it's no stunt double. He looks like a ping pong player.
Yeah, he looks like a ping pong player.
He just does. That's just how it is, folks. And you love Marty. He's an asshole. He's not a good man, but you love Marty.
Marty's a bad guy.
We're not giving anything away, but he's just not the best guy. You root for him, but he's not the best guy. He's our protagonist. You're going to root for him. And that is all due to, I have 3 columns of notes here. I have one that's about the pre-show, one that's about the movie, and the third one on the right is just Chalamet. Timothée Chalamet. That is why, what time we got? 6:20? We'll get out of here in like 10 minutes. You care so much about this movie because Timothée Chalamet is at the heart of it. He's at the core of it. This movie is Timothée Chalamet. Marty Supreme is based on a real guy, but they made the right choice by making this an original story and making it only loosely inspired. And basically just having the character be Timothée Chalamet. And that's the marketing of this movie, and that's why the movie works so well. He becomes the character physically. Every movement he makes, every line he delivers is just so cocky. It's just so funny. And even the serious scenes, like he's moving 100 miles an hour the whole time. He's perfect Safdie casting. Like he's just a lightning bolt of energy.
I actually like the scenes where he was talking about how much he loves ping pong almost more than the scenes where he was playing ping pong.
That's a fair point, yeah. Because you care about the ping pong.
Because of how much this guy fucking cares about
exactly.
ping pong.
Because Marty Mauser tells you how important ping pong is. They treat ping pong like it's the most important thing in the world. There's not one wink at the camera. It's only people being like ping pong and him being like table tennis, asshole.
And I'm going to be the best in the world.
I'm going to be the best in the world, and it is the best in the world. It's just it's a movie star role. It's a movie star movie. It's a movie star performance. It's the total package. This is the culmination of his entire career. Like I said, I joined the train for Chalamet in 2019. That's after his first Oscar nomination, over a year. But I still think that's fairly early. And he won me over right away. I saw Little Women January, actually 2020. It's only been 5. We're coming up on 6 years. I saw Little Women the day that I quit the basketball team senior year. Me, Sarah, and Nora, my sisters, we went and saw it. And it was like, almost like, who the hell is this guy? And he has no meaty roles really in that movie. But every time he's on the screen and then the scene ends and you're back with the Little Women, it's like, all right, when are we going to get back to Laurie? When are we going to get back to Chalamet? And that's when he's with Saoirse Ronan and Florence Pugh and Emma Watson. This is a heavyweight cast. It's a great movie. And I don't want to call him the MVP because it's probably like the 3rd or 4th best performance. But right away, I could tell he was the best. After I saw that, I watched Hot Summer Nights. I think I watched that movie back-to-back days. Have you seen Hot Summer Nights? No. Oh, you got to watch Hot Summer Nights. We're going to do an episode on Hot Summer Nights.
After I watch it. Maybe.
Eventually, yeah. You'll watch it, and it is. Maybe we'll do a live commentary of Hot Summer Nights. It is just, because I'll talk over it. It is so good. He has to like move in with his aunt over the summer, and I don't know how old he is. He's probably like 18, and he starts selling weed in Cape Cod. Nice. And it's just the coolest movie ever. And he's just so cool. And that is him at 22 years old with a movie star. I think he might have been younger there at that point, but that was him being a movie star from the start. And going along the way, Call Me By Your Name when he got his Oscar nomination, an incredible performance. And then from there on, you had Lady Bird, and people said that now he's performing, now he's pretending to be this like people are annoyed by him. Is
his real life?
Yeah. Is wigger like a word is that a word you can't say?
No, I don't think you can.
I did, but I'm not going to cut it out.
I cut it.
But people are like, oh, he's just like, this is not the real him. But the Chalamet that we saw for those 6 years when he was doing it, that was not the real Chalamet. That was him putting on a performance when he was doing it.
Breaking into Hollywood, establishing.
That was the facade, and now he's being who he is, and the movie is huge. I was kind of a tangent. I wanted to hit on his career. But after that, after 2020, it was Dune in 2021. Not the biggest hit ever, but incredibly important. Did you see Dune 1? Dune Part 1?
All the Dunes.
What'd you think of it?
Dune was awesome.
You saw Dune right before Dune Part 2,
I saw
right?
Dune 1 and 2 back
The
to
same
back.
day? All right, but when that movie came out, that won people over. That was the start. It's like been a 4-year world takeover. It almost started with Dune. And then right from there, he went, I'm trying to think, was there something else? He had Bones and All. His next movie might have been, could you pull up Chalamet's filmography? His next movie might have been Dune Part 2. I think I have it wrong. I'm going to try to cut out this part because this is rough. This is rough radio. Just go to the Wikipedia. Folks, it's cold out. It's actually really cold out. On the way over here, I'm being 100% serious. I saw a stockbroker spooning with Zoran Mamdani. Right?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Thanks.
Okay.
Anyway, performances.
Public image. Go to that one.
Performances. This will give it all in order. He went Dune. He went Don't Look Up, a bit role in a Netflix movie. Bones and All, I love that movie, a small movie. And then he had Wonka, a huge, massive hit, and that's like part of him becoming a movie star. And then Dune Part 2, I think that is where he really won everyone over, because that was like a badass role. Paul Atreides, that was almost like him saying I'm a star. Like within the movie, it was almost like breaking the fourth wall and like looking at the camera. And like when he's taking over Arrakis, he's like, I'm also taking over Hollywood. And that year, he also had A Complete Unknown. And the fact that those two were so close, but also 8 months apart, I think is great, because he had Dune come out, people loved him, and then 9 months later, A Complete Unknown's Oscar campaign kicks off, and he literally says at the SAG Awards when he wins it, he's trying to be, I think when this year's Oscar campaign started. I'm kind of on a tangent that makes no sense here, but he was saying at the SAG when he won, he was like, I want to be one of the greatest of all time. Like, I'm chasing like, not only like the greatest actors, like but I'm chasing like Michael Jordan or Michael Phelps. And that rubs people the wrong way, but the fact that he wants to be so great,
yeah, that's good,
is awesome. Like, he's just careless. He's not doing a nonchalant gimmick. He's just he doesn't care what people think. He wants it. He wants it all. And he's wearing it on his sleeve.
Yeah, wants to be a big star.
And I think that is that genuine.
It's not a mistake. He's also dating Kylie Jenner. He wants to be the biggest star in the world.
Yeah, I mean,
This
he's
guy
the total package. He's a movie star.
Yeah, he wants to be a movie star. He's doing all the movie star kind of things.
He's doing everything right. And I'm not going to give anything away with the way this movie goes. But watching this movie, it almost felt like I felt like I was a father watching my son. Really, not come into the world, but go off and really, like he did. He's not that he's walking on his own, but like he's accomplished it all.
All right.
And that's why the movie works so well. It's just because of Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah.
What's your Chalamet experience? I think
He's like
Dune Part 2 probably.
Dune, and I think just Dune and Dune Part 2, and then this movie. That's my whole Chalamet experience, but it's all been
just him in the public.
It's all been big. It's all been
It's all star plays. And moving forward, just the way he carries himself, he doesn't do any crap. He does dumb stuff like the video with how do you say it?
SD Kid.
Yeah, SD Kid. All right, I was cut off for storage, but it's always movies with Chalamet. It's never a TV show. It's
always big movies.
It's always the big stuff.
Exciting
And
movies.
he's a movie star. He takes himself seriously. And he's pretty much like, I'm Timothée Chalamet. What are you going to do about it? And there's dorks that'll be dorks about it. And it's ironic coming from me, but if you're going to be a dork and try to be too cool and too smart and be like, oh, I actually don't like Timothée Chalamet because, I don't know, she's dating Kylie Jenner and she's a bad person. Or I actually don't think he's that good of an actor. Just shut the hell up. He's Timothée Chalamet. He's the greatest movie star since Leonardo DiCaprio in 2002, or since Leonardo DiCaprio in 1997. And he's all we got. If you want these movies, if you root for Hollywood, if you're on the team, you gotta root for Chalamet.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's the ace. He's the Mahdi. He's the Lisan Al Gaib. the fact that he played a role like that, I think like that the role calling him the chosen one, like his whole career,
He's never accepted a role faster in his entire life.
Literally,
than being the chosen one of the universe.
In like every single role, like with that role and with this movie, like both directors have said like this movie is not possible if like he's not without him playing the role, and even for like Bob Dylan, is there any other actor that could have played him?
I don't know.
You didn't see the movie. I'll do like 20 seconds. I'll do whatever. I'm Bob Dylan. I don't love those movies. Those movies are all boring music biopics. The Springsteen movie stinks. But when you have a guy like Timothée Chalamet at the heart of it, you got a movie star, and you're watching him for 2 hours, and at the end of the day, it's like, Timothée Chalamet is the man, and he put on a damn good performance. But bringing it back to Marty Supreme, it's exactly what you want out of the movies. It's exactly what we say we want. There's no original movies anymore. There's no movie stars. There's no whatever. This is it. Timothée Chalamet is it.
I don't think he'll participate in all that straight to streaming nonsense.
No, it'll always be theatrical. You had an Oscars note you wanted to hit on.
My Oscars note was that
we're gonna do this. We're gonna do Oscars in the next 60 seconds. Will be the only Oscars note.
I guess I was thinking Oscar-wise. I don't think the movie stands up to other movies to win the Oscar, but I guess that's just a best picture kind of thing,
right?
So I would obviously pick between Leo and him if I was casting my ballot. And Chalamet looked so much like a ping pong player. He was so awesome.
It's true. All right, Oscars are tomorrow. Ballots are due tomorrow. Who do you vote for? Who should you vote for?
DiCaprio.
Wow. My Oscars take is this is actually like the number 3. I think best picture contender right now. Maybe 4 or 5, but it is one of those contenders. And I love this movie, but like you said, I don't think that it is. I mean, it's a top tier movie of the year. It's one of the 5 or 6 best movies of the year. But
I think it's just not one battle after another.
Exactly.
It's pretty much.
This is not a one battle after another episode, but I think that is seriously one of the best movies of all time. But I want Chalamet to win this Oscar so bad. I think DiCaprio should win it.
DiCaprio was the heartbeat of one of the best movies of all time.
He was, and that's true. And it is the best performance of his career, I think. And he does so many great things physically. Everything I said about Chalamet's performance, you could say about DiCaprio's too. But when I do cast my ballot, I'm not going to vote for Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm going to treat this. I'm going to do something that I think is completely wrong this Oscar season. And I'm going to root. Well, I'll do this all the time, but I'm going to root for Timothée Chalamet as if he is a sports team. I will be a Twitter stan. I will be no better than an Ariana Grande stan on Twitter. And I just think that Timothée Chalamet needs to win. Because it would just be so awesome. And I don't know what he's going to do if he doesn't win. I think he might just.
I'll do the same thing with DiCaprio. We're getting number 2 this year.
No, because
we're bringing home 2.
I don't think if I'm gonna say what I think is gonna happen, I do think Chalamet is gonna win because he's just gonna try so goddamn hard for it. And I think that's important too. I think wanting the Oscar is another thing that people should care about. Like next year when Tom Cruise's movie comes out, I want him kind of doing this kind of thing. Just like not saying I want this Oscar so goddamn bad, but saying everything but that. Anyway, Marty Supreme Christmas Day. It's one of the best movies of the year. And Timothée Chalamet is the greatest movie star in the world. Any other final words?
Go see it now if you're watching on Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, wait, you can't.
Yeah, no, you guys can't. Yeah, you thought you were like that, but you're not. You're just not.